All right, insert all the fucking conspiracy theories about shape-shifting and shit in the music
Yeah,
industry
right.
here. Here we go.
Here we go. The most embarrassing thing I think I ever did.
I live for moments like that.
I can't even say this.
It's the fucking spider. It's like it followed you.
Yeah. Shouts to all the grannies out there.
Handstands in this economy,
Yeah, dude, this is it.
just the soft, dramatic.
Yeah. Am I gonna be petty right now, or am I gonna be like inspirational right now?
Welcome to Unshut, a place where if at any point you feel like you need to shut the up, don't. There
Hi,
you are.
what's good?
How's it
Oh my
going?
God. It's good. How are you, boss?
It's going good, dude. How's your morning been so far?
It's been good. Some maintenance guys came in my hotel this morning and tried to clean my vents, and I said no, because I got this right now. And so that's where we're at.
Dude, that's funny because I was just thinking, I'm like, dude, I don't know if like my lawnmower guy comes today. And I'm like, I
Yeah.
hope he doesn't come today because I'm going to be like, you got to go.
Oh yeah. No, this is top priority. There's nothing else.
Absolutely. Dude, I've been so excited. I want to literally start off the whole chat with saying big shout out to Grant for putting me on your
Shouts
music.
to Grant. Yeah,
Dude,
actual
I
legend.
no, like I was so blown the fuck away. Your song Bitter fucked me up, dude. I'm obsessed.
Scream in my face, I don't care now. I'm gonna stand by your name. Feels like kisses and day. Can't say no to that face. In my brain, in my face, what a waste. Isn't she lovely? Lord, Lord, isn't she
Thank you, bro. That's the first song I ever made with my like to this day like forever producer, like my Phineas in the operation. Like that was the first song where like we kind of took everything up a notch, and I was like, I struggled so hard to like let somebody else kind of work with me on a project because that was like the first project I did that on. I mean, that song kind of changed everything.
Well, I can almost imagine how difficult that was because after doing a little bit more research, I realized like you're a super creative person. Like you do media editing, like you do a bunch of shit, right?
I'm too busy. I'm too busy.
That's amazing. But I feel like, something I do talk about on the show often is like the magic and the beauty of being able to let go of some sort of control, handing it to someone else who can come in, step in, and take over a little bit in the best way possible. And then fucking
Yeah.
magic is made, you know?
Yeah. Given that creativity and like having other ideas kind of coming into play, whether that's with your music video you're doing or like a project or even just the music in general, like having more hands-on of people who actually like have been in that certain field for so long, like they just know what to do. And like you're not necessarily giving up that creativity, but more kind of expressing it in a way that could just be developed better. And that's what I've always done. Like I'll have an idea and they'll be like, oh, that's a cool idea. So we're going to take that and make it something even crazier, you know?
No, dude, 100%. And it definitely shows. I mean, like I said, it fucked me up. I was hooked. I immediately wrote Grant and was like, dude, I've got to get this musician on my show yesterday.
Thank you so much. That's awesome.
Dude, of course. And you're currently out in LA, right?
Yes, I got invited out here by TikTok. I'm about to go do this little tournament thing at the HQ right now. And like right after this. So it's gonna be I don't know what to expect actually. I'm kind of just here right now, you know?
Just kind of going with the current, right?
Right. But every time I'm out here, I always take advantage to like work with my people, my producers, because everybody I know is just out here. Like I'll probably get out here at some point, but
Well, thank you so much for setting the time aside to do this, you
no,
know.
absolutely.
Where are you located? Like, where are you full time?
I'm in Michigan full time. Kalamazoo, Michigan is like where I'm like solely based. I grew up in a smaller town called Buchanan, Michigan, which is like 10 minutes from Indiana. It's kind of like in that bottom right corner of Michigan. But like I was kind of raised there. And then I moved up to Kalamazoo for college, studying entrepreneurship, and then realized you don't need to study entrepreneurship. And so I kind of just stayed there. And here we are.
Dude, well, that's amazing. I mean, I didn't know exactly, couldn't really pinpoint where you were actually located at. And so is Michigan where you were actually born and raised?
Yeah, so I was born in Michigan, and then for like 5 years, I was raised in Virginia. I vaguely remember anymore. I kind of lived in one of those houses that like is like a Despicable Me house. You know how they're all like kind of the same. I was in one of those in Virginia. That's all I remember. And then I came back to Michigan, and yeah, I've kind of just been here literally my entire life.
All right, very cool. And you
Yeah.
graduated in 2022, is that correct?
Yes. 2022. Shouts to Buchanan High School. Yeah, high school was, I don't even, dude, high school was insane. I can't even think about high school right now.
Well, that was actually my next question because I've never really asked this on the show before, and I'm truly curious, especially since it's just about, 3 years or so. But would you do high school all over again, or are you like, fuck it, I'm out and I'm done?
Honestly, probably not because I think like my high school was so like a significant part of who I am today in terms of like just my personality developing. Like there is people that I hold dear to, like my circle here that like were in my high school that if I did not meet that person or if I did not talk with that one person, I would not be anywhere close to who I am today. Because I started high school like freshman year, completely different person by the time I was a senior. When I was a senior to a freshman, like those two people would not talk to each other. It was like insane. But at the same time, I love that I kind of had that development, if per se, if you want to even say that.
No, it does. I feel like, it sometimes can be very impactful in who you are today. I know for me personally, like I loved high school. I would totally do it all over again. And sometimes people think I'm crazy for it, but it was because of exactly what you just said. I loved the social aspect that truly allowed me to blossom into the person that I am today. But
Exactly.
very quickly, very briefly, how do you think your high school peers remember Bren?
They are gonna say that they remember the one song I put out, and it's I can't even say this because people are gonna find it. I already know. Okay, so I had a song. Oh, I had a song called. It was called Heather and a Band Kid. Oh yeah, so that's what it was called. I won't say it twice in case somebody forgot. But
I'm gonna loop it. I'm gonna loop that audio
yeah,
clip it, loop it, loop it, loop it. Just
it
kidding.
was the most embarrassing track I had ever. I loved it when I first put it out. There were some people in my high school. I don't know if they were just messing with me, but some people were like, "Yeah, dude, this is it. This is it." I listen back to that track now. I can't listen to it all the way through. It is the most embarrassing thing I think I ever did. But I wouldn't say that was my first step into like the music stuff because I was in a rap group before that. I don't know, dude. There's some.
But you know what, though? I feel like that's what makes this journey so fucking exciting because no artist has ever made it to the top without having cringy moments. But more importantly, I know for me personally, I was going through some YouTube comments and I can definitely tell you that there are quite a few people who love to see the evolution of where you are today. And I think that's fucking cool.
Yeah, I would say I only had been like doing this crazy since 2022 is when I was like, okay, let's actually give this a shot. But it wasn't till Christmas of 2023 where I would say that like my career really was like a change happened because that's when I dropped my first song where I went out of my way to invest into a mixing engineer, went out of my way to learn how to market a song, how to like grow yourself as an artist and do all this. And that was after high school. And that was like a very like everyone, all my high school peers were like, well, yo, wait, something this is a little different here. What did you do here? I was like, well, I don't know. We're gonna see where it goes. And here we are today.
No, that's awesome. Hopefully, that does come back to life, that whole cringy moment that you think is so, so bad. But I live for moments like that because I feel like without having that evolution, you're truly not taking risks. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
fuck yeah to putting cringy shit out, you know? I mean, listen,
Right.
my first fucking episode, dude, I was literally on a couch, like literally with a blanket underneath my armpits, and I was like whispering on the mic. I was so fucking shy. Now I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I've got a better setup now, but it's
Oh
still up
yeah.
there, you know?
That my best friend did the same thing. When I was like a kid, we would do podcasts on like there's an app that was like called oh man, I forget what the app was called. It's like a mobile. You can like make a podcast on your phone. And he went off and did his own podcast and he would just be in the blanket and just talking under his blankets and just being so like, yeah, guys, I'm feeling really good today. And he was like literally an eighth grader.
It's so true though, because you think you're so relatable, and then you realize that it's like, bitch, no one gives a fuck, you
Yeah, when it
know?
gets to the execution.
Exactly. Well, speaking about YouTube comments and stuff like that, you had posted a video with two of your roommates. Were they high school friends of yours as well, or two guys that you met in college?
Ooh, okay. So is this the TikTok I made where it's like one friend is blah blah blah, one friend is yeah. So the guy, oh gosh, what did I say? Hold on,
I actually have it because
yeah, what does that caption say?
that's actually going to be our first segment because I wanted to ask you, talking about that video, I wanted you to answer on record that POV real quick. Who's got who's got no play and who's scared of spiders in that video?
Everlasting ways, you're so calm. I could feel the weight on my palms. Far away, come on, still in pain. Hello, I like that on the day. Yeah.
The person scared of spiders.
I think the audio
Oh,
is, I think it's shifted or something.
I unplugged something. Hold on.
You're good. You're good. Take your time. It's the fucking spider. It's like it followed you.
Yeah. Oh, very professional here. Should be good now?
Yes.
It's
Beautiful.
gonna wait.
Sounds good.
Cool. What was I saying? Oh, so the person afraid of spiders is my best friend Rylan. I've known him literally since the day I was born. I think I'm 95% sure this is the case, but I woke up and he was the first person I saw because our moms were best friends too. And yeah, so he's like literally best friend day one. And then person to the left was his best friend in college, but now he's like a good friend of mine because we're now roommates. We have a fourth roommate who is not in that video, but I live in a townhouse in a college house, and only one of us is actually in college.
Going back to your best friend real quick, I think that's the coolest shit ever. Is he also involved creatively in your journey, or what does he do? I'm just
He's
curious.
not, dude. It just be chilling. He's doing his own thing in life. Like he's working on his real estate license. That's a thing with like me living in Michigan. It's just like there's nobody doing what I'm doing out here. Like there's very few. I could in Kalamazoo is the first place where I've seen there's like other actual made artists. Shout outs to Saturdays at Your Place, Headband Henny. Those two are kind of like in the known Kalamazoo scene, but that's it. Michigan, like there's not really a huge scene out there like it is out here in LA where it's just like everybody's doing something aspirational and creative or whatever's going on, which isn't a bad thing necessarily because it's like I think we need places like that to kind of like really put us more in reality. And that's why I do love Michigan. I probably won't stay. I mean, who knows? But like, it's good to kind of have that homey space where it's just like everyone's doing like real things, But like, this is just dreamland out here.
No, for sure. Do you feel some of that pressure knowing that the scene that's came out of there isn't as massive? And then here you are doing what you're doing, working with amazing producers. Your music's constantly getting streamed pretty well, I would say, because for someone who would consider yourself, I read some comments and some posts where it's like you don't necessarily consider yourself this huge artist, right? And obviously there will always be milestones to reach even when you get to the top, but where you are at today, you're fucking killing it in my opinion. I'm like, you're not doing so bad.
Yeah. No, I think that I wouldn't say I'm taking it slow because I've been working like I think 24 hours literally since the day this year started of just trying to make this work. But it's been a lot behind the scenes work. I've been completely independent for a while. I mean, not even just for a while since I started. I haven't signed anything quite yet. But I think right now I'm in development stage and I'm very self-aware of that. I kind of am working on each song is kind of better than the last one until I can be very confident that I wouldn't say I've hit a peak, but I'd say I've found a sound that I can consistently put out and people are really, really resonating with, or just whatever's going to click, and then that's going to be the song that we kind of build some projects around. Cause I love all music, and whatever elements I can tap into or things that I can find that's going to resonate with the most people is what I'll definitely capitalize on just on business mindset of myself. No matter what music I'm making or what creatives I'm putting out, like I'm here for the people. And if the people are here for me, I'm just going to keep pushing for that. And that's what I'm able to recognize. And even with being where I am, like in the middle of nowhere, that pressure, it kind of like gives me less stress, I'd say, less to compare to, which is one thing I need to work on, honestly, is just like doing your own thing rather than like having to compare to like all the other larger numbers out there. Cause I've only been doing this like a year, I'd say like a year seriously.
Well, it's so refreshing to hear you say that because I think that there are a lot of people out there who don't understand that there's so much business that goes into this. And again, I often talk about this on the show. A lot of people think create a song, put it out, game over, but there's a business strategy that goes to it. And listen, whatever fucking sticks, it's going to give you the streaming numbers, it's going to fund your creativity. Tap into it. Like there is no
Yeah.
fucking shame in that. That's not selling out. That's not being a poser. That's literally what, as a creative, that's your fucking dream, right? To be able to fund your own project. So, I mean, listen, I've said this on the show before. Like, if I had a hot bot and I could get naked on the internet to fund this fucking show, I believe in it enough to do it. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Whatever you got to do. Whatever you got to do.
Absolutely. While we're talking about videos, real quick, random question. When's the last time Bren's done a handstand in this economy?
Oh, are you talking about the shelter video? Dude,
I am.
I can't do a handstand, bro.
Shelter, I need more stuff and it's getting out of control. And all that kills my mind is how do we go from here? I could see myself in open doors to where I can't see myself here anymore. We take it straight to a medical bed where I can sleep all day and I'm better off dead. I wouldn't trade this life with a person instead. I wanna break myself to the place I call.
I was able to do it in middle school. We would play Foursquare. You know what Foursquare is?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was my shit. But there would be a rule where you had to do a handstand for a round. Like if you, it was like a certain like thing where you were the team leader, you could call handstand or whatever. And I got so good at that handstand just off of that alone. I could hold it for maybe 2 minutes. But now I think I don't even know. It's not, it wouldn't be great. It wouldn't be impressive.
Amazing. Well, that video was so fucking hilarious to me because it was, to me, it was just the caption. It was just that's like handstands in this economy. And I, for some reason, fucking died. I don't know that it was meant to be that fucking funny, but it killed me, dude. I was like, I've got to bring it up on the show.
I don't even, dude. I don't even. I think I get so ADHD with my captions now. I just like kind of put whatever that comes to mind, and then I just call it a day. I'm at a point now where my TikToks, like, they're just doing better if I just don't put captions anymore. I just like kind of just like, okay, there you go.
Dude, hell yeah. You just gotta fucking roll with it. I love that. And obviously, we can't talk about YouTube videos or anything without actually talking music videos real quick. So I've got some random questions in regards to some of the videos you've posted real quick. And the first one I have for you is the eyeball in Candy Twisted Love video actually your eyeball?
Tank out up in all your shows. Yeah, I climbed at the window, so lost. How'd you know where to go? Straight to a shit shop. Father said there's a better place, you know. Yeah, through a window, you said it wouldn't come with all the wrongs. She's got lots of candy twisted.
Yes, that is my eyeball. We sat on it was a porch that we stood outside of for like, I think it was like 20-30 minutes. Yeah, I'd say 20-30 minutes of just like a light being shined at each angle of my face. Shouts to my brother who shot that music video, because I actually am going to be doing some more stuff with him very, very soon. His name is, I want to make sure I am getting this right. Shouts to Mock Visual. I want to get his actual Instagram account so people can put him on, because he's still very early in his career right now. Yeah, he's got such a good creative mind, and the very first time I worked with him, I had no idea what to expect. But Candy Twisted was the first video we did. I'm like, yeah, let's do a video, and he's like, yeah, okay. And then I come back a day later, he's giving me a doc sheet with like people who are going to work on this music video and a full creative set list of like even like visuals of like little gifs of like images we're trying to capture in this full, like, insane. I've never seen someone put so much like jump on the gun effort into something like that. So I know he's going to be doing crazy things very, very soon.
Dude, well, thanks so much for shouting him out because I've said this before. I don't like talking about visuals or anything like that unless they really do stand out. And this one, I was like, man, if that is his eyeball, I will be fucking floored because it would have been so easy to just like, Google an image and then like add filters and shit to it.
Oh, yeah.
But that little detail, I was like mind blown. So hell yeah, shout out to him for sure.
Those in that music video, you know how there's like cutout papers? That's real paper.
That is insane.
Insane. So he's got some friends out in Germany who like do that for a living, like that specific visual effect, but it's just authentic and it's real. that's the thing. It's like I won't give it attention now, but like people will start to recognize like things like that long term.
Hell yeah. And you said you're going to be working with him again in the future, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Hopefully, I need to text him back. I will be texting you back, brothers. That's my fault.
Well, I also loved your cover of Angels Like You by Miley Cyrus, and this prompted me to ask you, dude, I fucking loved it because I do notice this with some artists before interviews, they'll go and archive shit, especially once they post an actual produced video, and then that one gets like over 25,000 views. They go and take down certain videos that don't have as many views. I love that you have this on your page because I fucking loved it.
Everything they said I would, I know that you're wrong for me. Gonna wish we never met on the day I leave. No, I brought you down to your knees, 'cause they say that misery loves company. It's not your fault to ruin everything, and it's not your fault I can't be what you need, baby. Angels like you can fly down here with me. I'm everything they said I would be.
The only thing I will do that with is my Spotify account. That is the only thing. But I'm at a point now where I don't think there's anything else I need to clear off. I cleared off the past songs that I'm like, okay, we need to like, because especially if like a label's looking or something, I need to be like, that's what you're going to be checking out. The content, honestly, I think it's cool that you can see my old stuff. Even my TikTok account, like you can see when I first started, I used to do like daily Macarena, and that's how I got my first 10K followers, is I would just do the Macarena every single day for 100 days. And like, but that's all on there. Like my entire life story is on my TikTok account, as well as my YouTube. Like you can see the Angels Like You cover very early in my career. I think I could probably do that a lot better now today, and that is on my set list.
I love it so much. And I will just also say this on record. I definitely don't knock it when people archive it because I totally understand the cohesiveness to when certain, like you said, labels, producers are going and looking at your page. So I totally get it. Definitely don't knock it to the ones that do. But I'm glad you haven't taken this one down because I absolutely loved it. And this
Oh yeah.
prompted me to ask you real quick, what song is currently playing in Bren's headphones that you can have on repeat that maybe you'll cover eventually at a show?
The Reason by Hoobastank.
Oh, dude,
I
hell yeah.
love that song, dude. I don't know why. Someone suggested that in TikTok. Shouts to my guy, one of my streams, shouts to Alan. But I'm a mix guy and I am a dire guy. I will be listening because this is one thing that just ruins music creators, is that you kind of just listen to everything so much more detailed, and sometimes that's not a great thing because you just want to be chill. Sometimes this is the first song where I don't think about a mix. I'm not thinking about the intricacy of how the low end and the vocals are kind of stacking together. I'm thinking of like, this is a good song, and I will literally just sit in the car and I will just listen to that thing, and I just love singing it. Like it's such a good, yeah, that's my song right now.
Well, official petition to get some clips of that whenever you do, because I love that song so much.
I'll get it going for
Hell
sure.
yeah, for sure. In a YouTube comment, you talked about being in Texas in 2025. What can you hint about upcoming shows in the year?
I am most definitely doing some sort of tour this year. It's a gray area of what details I can talk about, or because I'm still trying to figure it out myself. Touring is something I have yet to do in my career, and this is going to be the year where I 100% do that. I've got all the equipment ready to go. I've got a few shows under my roster. Right now, we're just getting our name out, trying to get a good opener spot, hopefully for a national tour, somewhere we can kind of just follow behind and learn how to tour more, say, because I like to be transparent about stuff like this. Is like I need somebody to follow on tour. You know what I'm saying? To take it as a learning opportunity.
No, absolutely. And I feel like that's the fucking realest you can get when it comes to this, because so many people do think that it's just so easy to like load up a fucking car and go hit up cities, but there's so much that has to go back into it. And listen, and there's no shame in it. There's so much that even I, as a host, I'm still fucking learning today too, you know?
Right.
Hell yeah. Well,
No.
I'm excited. If you ever do make your way to Texas or whenever you do get those dates, please send them over to me. I would love to come out and support for
What
sure.
part of Texas are you from?
I'm in Austin.
Oh, perfect. Okay. My guitarist is out in Austin, so we definitely got to do that for sure.
All right, well, if you don't announce Austin, I'm gonna hold that bitch,
Okay. All
fucking
right.
hostage.
Say no more. Say no
And
more.
that way you have to come pick him up, do a show before you can take him up to the rest of the tour.
Hey, we're on it. We're on it.
Well, since we're talking videos, we might as well talk about some pictures too.
Oh God.
So, this is where I'm going to just kind of throw some random shit at you just to kind of keep the flow going. And again, the premise of the show is asking us questions they've never talked about on record, okay? So,
Yeah.
the first one is in honor of your shirt, Rappers with Puppies. I'm going to give you, I know, I saw that shit, and plus the puppy's so cute, but I had to pull some inspo from it. In honor of that shirt, I'm going to give you a type of artist, and I want you to tell me what kind of pet they would have. Are you ready? And just
Yeah.
wing it.
Well,
The
this could be
first thing
any
that comes
pet
to
or
your
just a
mind.
dog.
Any pet, any animal, anything that the first thing that comes to mind. Are you ready?
Okay. Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. The first one I have for you is pop stars. What does a pop star have as a pet?
A golden retriever.
What about a country artist?
Oh, a husky. I'm thinking dogs. I'm just thinking dogs right now. Or,
That's
or a husky
perfect.
or a horse.
Heavy metal artists.
Bulldog.
And the last one I have for you is punk rockers. What do they have?
Oh man.
Cocaine. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, problems, trauma dumping. No. I'd say I just like I you said punk rock and I thought of my dog, but I'm not gonna say my dog because my dog is too cool for other dogs to have.
Hell yeah.
It's got to be like a cuddle, like a emotional support dog or something. I see like wiener dogs because I think I see a lot of I don't know why I see a lot of emotional support wiener dogs that just in people's laps. I will say that.
Beautiful. You know what? Wiener dog do like to fucking yap, and sometimes punk rockers, they're fucking loud as hell
Right.
too. So,
Oh yeah.
well, you have a post that you captioned, "Don't tell my granny." And in a vlog, I remember hearing something about grandma. Can you just tell us very quickly, just something about your grandma? Because I've heard a couple of different references about it.
Shouts to
So,
Granny. My granny lives on the top of Michigan right now. I don't think she really knows how often I use her as a caption. I'm waiting for the day that she discovers. Maybe this is the time that she'll discover how often I use I use her as a caption. But I posted one video where it was like I think it was like trying to explain to my granny what a Spotify is, or trying to explain to my granny that I don't know Taylor Swift because I have 25,000 monthly listeners or something. That video did so much better than all my other videos, and ever since then I've just been like shouts out to Granny. But there's no real reason. There's a playlist on my YouTube that is I think it's public and you can see it. It's just songs for my granny because she doesn't know how to work Spotify. That YouTube playlist is so that she knows how to find my music.
that is so sweet. That is so sweet. I love it. I was watching a vlog that you had posted about like the behind the scenes of a video shoot you were doing. And I don't know why, but I thought it was just so cute that someone was like, "It's grandma, say hi to grandma." You were like, "Hi, granny," or I don't know what you said. And I don't know, maybe you guys were just fucking around and it really wasn't grandma on the phone, but I was just like, I gotta bring it up. I gotta talk about grandma on the show.
Alright, Grandma says hi.
Hi, Grandma.
Gangster Granny says hi. So,
Hi, Gangster Granny.
How close are we to the building?
You right there.
I'm thinking like
We
we
on
should
the
like
building.
right here.
Oh, of course, of course. We love shouts to all the grannies out there.
Absolutely. The good ones, not the mean bitches.
Oh yeah. We're good off those.
Going back to high school real quick, would you say that classmates knew exactly what was going on in your life, or would you say that they had no idea?
Towards the end of high school, I was very extroverted and I would kind of just talk to everybody in like the best way possible. Like my last year of high school, I think was like the greatest year of just like my social like awareness, social life. Now, I mean, like it's still, I mean, I'm still going to talk to everybody. I'm still going to be very extroverted when I can be. But like in this music space, you kind of do find yourself a lot more like alone, like just like doing your own thing, not necessarily alone, I'd say. But no, I think everyone kind of knew I was going to do something creative. I think when I first left high school, my goal was to be the next Cole Bennett. I was very into music video creation, which is why my video content is, not terrible, but I was very driven to do something in the creative space, and there was nothing that was going to stop me from doing that, and everyone kind of knew that that's what I was going to do. Yeah, it was a matter if it was going to be music, if it was going to be I was going to start a videography company, I was going to maybe I'll still go out and do that, or just something in the creative space. But I don't think anyone knew it would get to this scale. I don't think anybody was anybody was going to see to where we've gotten today. My goal right now, and this is to anybody in my high school in Buchanan watching right now, my goal is to get on a brick wall out there someday, because there is three people that I would say have made it in that city. There's one person, her name's Hannah Roberts. She's an Olympian. Another person, her name is Maya, and she's Miss America. She started Miss Michigan, went to Miss America. Crazy thing. I don't know. But then I wouldn't say I'm third. I mean, if I had to say I'm third, I'd say I'm third. Okay. Those two have like a brick wall painting just like ready to go. I'm like, I'm trying to get there, dude, even though I don't even live in the city anymore.
Dude, it's gonna totally happen, and I'm just gonna start sending you random fucking awards, and I'm just gonna start also sending them over to that high school. So I'm just gonna randomly send you plaques for like achievements that are even non-existent. We're
Oh
gonna get
yeah.
you on that fucking wall, dude.
Right,
We're gonna
right,
do
right,
it.
right. We'll make our own Grammys and just like act as if this is like the greatest thing ever and just be like, yeah, guys.
Exactly. I'm just gonna put you in every fucking category, 100%. And while we're talking about the past real quick, are you on the cover of Dying Trying? Is that also a true
That's
baby
baby
picture?
me. That's baby
No
me.
fucking way, dude.
Yeah, yeah. My eyes were so blue in that photo. My eyes are like green now. I don't know. I'm one of those people that like changes eye color, but not in like a weird way. I don't know why, but yeah, my eyes are so blue in this photo. That's crazy.
Yeah. All right. Insert all the fucking conspiracy theories about shape shifting and shit in the music
Yeah,
industry
right.
here. Here we go.
Here we go. We're a part of the Illuminati chat.
Absolutely. In your latest song, Oops, you say, because Bieber made millions, does he think he made it? What do you think your I made it moment will be? And it can't be the wall we just talked about. It's got to be something else because that's already on record.
You're undercover and hiding the wire. I'm so tired, lying, lying. Your favorite artist is probably calculated, popping out of S6 and keep 'em motivated. You're missing a hit, let's replicate it. Cause Bieber made millions, does he think he made it? Fuck.
Sometimes like I'll be in a car and I'll literally cry. I'll just cry about this one feeling of just like when I'm on a stage and I'm like in a crowd size of like a Lollapalooza or like a Rolling Loud. I think every artist has this, but like that vision where it's nighttime, you're on that super long trail of a stage and you're kind of walking down that performing a song, or if you're just standing there and literally just talking to 100,000 people of a crowd. I don't know why my brain keeps envisioning that moment, but like, of course, we got a long ways to go for that. I'm kind of taking it every step of the way. Not to be big aspirational shooter, but I'd say that'll be like the okay, we're in it.
No, absolutely. And I definitely don't think that's overshooting or over dreaming because I do think that what you're literally saying right now is it's pure manifestation, dude. And I feel like if you can't envision yourself there, then what would you even be trying to put all this groundwork for? So I fucking appreciate it, you know?
Right, right.
I want to talk about your name real quick because this is how we're going to segue into the next segment we're doing. But before I do that, real quick, totally random, is this song Oops also produced and worked with the same producer you worked on Better?
Shouts to Pete. Yeah, Pete Zen is an actual legend. He's literally become the Phineas of my operation right now. I like to work with as many people as I can, but Pete, surprisingly, it wasn't after a few like days of working with Pete where I was like slowly learning to like adapt to what he's got. And our next song, actually, I'm so picky on my mixes as well. This is the first song I let him handle the mix because he actually let me hands on with it, and we worked on that mix together. I think this next song is like the true check mark of like this is that Phineas moment where he's like done everything, and I think it's the most perfect song ever. So it's funny because he's had to learn that like there's like different things. He was an artist on his end when he was early in his stages in his career, and I see a lot of myself in him for what like the career path I've been growing on and just like what we've been doing. I'm trying to rewire his brain into a new age. And it's funny that we kind of find these areas where he wants to like have a guitar solo versus I want to have a vocal writing moment or like a more poppy moment, or it's just is like he's in very pop punk brain. And it's funny that we kind of like mix those two elements together to like kind of make something new.
Dude, well, shout out to Pete because I had to kind of backtrack where I was going because I immediately remembered, obviously, that line that I asked you about came from the song song Oops, but I immediately remembered you saying how you just recently found like your new but lifetime, partner in this creative realm that you're in. And so it just reminded me of that. And so I'm like, I have to ask real quick. So shout out to Pete. That's fucking
Yeah, shouts to
awesome.
Pete, actual legend. I'm gonna be seeing him tomorrow. We're gonna work on some projects. Yeah, shouts to Matthew as well. He comes into the room. Matthew McCarthy. He is the first person that he helps me speak Pete because he's known Pete like his entire life or something. And anytime I'm trying to communicate something, he's like the guy that can just like communicate that too. So Matthew, shouts to Matthew as well.
Well, I can't wait to hear what else you guys have going on. I'm super excited for you, and especially with this, magic touch that you keep talking about. I see how you're lighting up talking about it, and now you've got me fucking anxious. I'm like, drop that shit tomorrow. Let's go.
Yeah, of course. I can send you the demo.
Amazing. I would fucking love it. I'll even sign whatever you need me to sign so I don't leak that shit.
Oh no, please.
So, real quick, going back to your name, when did the switch from Brennan to Bren happen? And is there a significance to the period in your name?
So there was very few people that actually called me Bren until I made my Spotify name Bren. It was kind of an accident that it's kind of stuck around so long. There's one person that I know as a kid would call me Bren, and I kind of just stuck with it. I didn't want my name to be like something that wasn't my name, but I didn't want it to be Brennan Weaver, because I'm like, it just doesn't like it. My name, I feel like my name doesn't hit like a Jack Harlow or like a Olivia Rodrigo. It's just like I don't know. So I kept the one syllable style and I just went with Bren. And then it's me being more in this scene now of like introducing myself as Bren or like getting to know more content creators and more influencers, more engineers. They see my Spotify, they see my Instagram, and they call me Bren. And now I've kind of just gone as Bren ever since then. Not that I'm like gonna crash out if you call me Brennan. Like it's kind of funny that it's like anybody that was in the past life calls me Brennan. Anybody that's in going forward calls me Bren.
Well, I can totally see it because when I see Bren, specifically with the period, it does appear to me like something I will see in fucking lights, dude. Like it really does project that energy. And without that period and without it being Bren, we wouldn't have the inspiration to close out our last segment together in this style. So we're going to give the Bren period a bit of an unshut twist.
Oh yeah.
So this is, a little bit of the inspiration from your name. So in honor of the period on your name, this is going to be Bren punctuation. So I've changed up the period, switched it out for some things, and I've pulled some inspirational questions to ask you based off that. So the first one I have is Bren exclamation. A sudden cry or remark is what an exclamation means. So quick, show us your best crying face on camera. 3, 2, 1, go.
It's like a thinking tear, not like a full ball, but like a
Just the soft, dramatic.
yeah, I don't know. I
Yep,
don't
the
know.
lingering tear. Amazing. The second one I have for you is Bren question mark, and this can be used to express doubt or uncertainty about something. When doubt starts to creep in, what can you count on to shake the doubt away? What do you do to get out of that headspace?
Oh man, I have to zoom out. I have to zoom out and be grateful for what I have and where I'm at in life, and putting yourself in the 1%. And I have to motivate myself in a way. It's like I think of a Joe Rogan podcast, which is so funny because I don't listen to Joe Rogan podcast at all, but I think of one clip where he said there's like that one moment where you can choose to like let a insignificant moment like tear you down, or you can decide to keep rolling with that, and that's what turns you to the 1%. So I don't know, motivation, I guess.
Dude, 100%. And I think it's so important to constantly remind us, especially when we're doing shit on record. I mean, this episode is going to live on the internet for as long as internet's alive. And so sometimes you never know when you're going to need that reminder of like, how the fuck have I been getting myself out of this rut? And so I love asking creatives that type of question because you never know when you're going to need to backtrack and be like, let me go and look at one of my interviews from like years ago that I did with this fucking rando in a hat. And you're going to remember how you got yourself out of that rut. You know what I mean?
Right.
For sure. The next one I have for you is Bren hyphen, and the hyphen is primarily used to connect words. So, connection, who would be the ultimate artist you'd like to connect with?
I want to open for Olivia Rodrigo or Billie Eilish. That's my goal. But Olivia Rodrigo. That's my goal. I'm trying to be that next chaperone.
Fuck yeah, dude. Absolutely. When you say things like that, what do you feel? Because I know for me, and I've said this before, if I have you on my show, there is nothing I see to being impossible in the trajectory. If I have someone on my show, it's because I see you at the highest that you could even imagine. Do you believe it?
I legitimately do. Like I'm in belief right now. I'm going for 1 million monthly listeners this year. That's been my goal since the end of 2024. If I put myself in that reality where most people are at, where it's like that's kind of crazy, I understand, but I have to kind of like put myself in that possibility where I'm more in like execution mode. I'm more in like how is this going to happen? I'm not thinking, man, could this really happen, or like what are the chances that this doesn't happen? I'm more in like this is what needs to happen for this to happen.
Hell yeah. I love that mentality so much. And I can definitely sense that the business savvy part of your brain is not one of those dual business savvy minds. It's very creative. And I relate to that. And I won't make this about me, but it's literally why I have always thrived putting myself in situations with other companies that had nothing to do with performing arts. But it's because creatively, business shit just makes sense to me. And I love how you're treating this, dude. I'm like fucking covered in chills for you. It's going to happen for you. I already know it. And I'm not definitely not being biased to have good taste, all right?
No, no, no. You're good.
The next one I have for you is Bren slash. A slash is typically used to separate alternatives or indicate or. What does it take for Bren to slash a bitch out of his life? How are we cutting these bitches off? And I just wanted to say this real quick. I don't mean bitches as in women. I'm just talking about in general for people, okay?
No, I understand. No, you can't. I mean, I'm in that stage right now. I think I realized this last time I was in LA. I had 4 or 5 sessions that like I had been ghosted on, which was a little annoying because it's a bunch of artists that like really I aspire and I like love listening to and I've kind of grown up on, but not in like, I'm not like here to start drama or beef or anything, but not trying to prove myself to those people anymore and kind of being in my own lane is going to be a good mentality to have on and let them come to me rather than me trying to force things to happen. And I think honestly, to get somebody out of my life, I would say, man, am I going to be petty right now or am I going to be like inspirational right now?
Give us a little bit of both.
A little bit of both. I will take the high road, not let it affect my mental, but at the same time, I may or may not talk shit about you to my guitarist.
Beautiful. But you know what, though? That's so fucking real, dude. And you know what? This is something just as creatives in general could really use a fucking mental note on. When you are ghosted by even people that you aspire to be or people that you did not think could do that to you, because you would think like, fuck, be a little bit more professional, right? I will say this. It's always the fact that you're able to wake up the next day and still go at it because you didn't allow it to defeat you so much. It's literally what turns you into the magnet they're going to be chasing after in the future. Just remember that, all right?
Exactly. Yeah, that's
Hell
that's
yeah.
that's actually really good advice.
Hell yeah. But when it comes to your guitarist, after you talk shit to him, have him come talk shit to me since we're here in the same city, you know?
Hey, we'll start the gossip group chat right now, chat.
Absolutely. The last one I have for you, and this is how we're closing out this segment, Bren, comma. A comma is typically known as a minute interval or difference in pitch in music. In a different pitch, tell everyone to stream your music.
Okay, guys. I have a song dropping. Damn, I wish I had my soundboard here because I could just like push that button and I would just be in the voice changer. I have a song dropping on April. Let me check the date. I have a song dropping on April 11th, which is going to be the best song I ever make and the best song you ever hear in your life. So make sure you go stream that and also stream my new song, Oops, that is out everywhere because it's a good song. Thank you so much. That's not a good voice, but I mean, I was trying my best.
Dude, it was perfect. That was amazing. I loved it.
I was trying to go high, but then I didn't want people to actually like know how like high I can like make my voice sometimes. I was like, oh, okay, maybe not.
Amazing. Well, thanks so much for going along with my crazy segments and the random shit. I've had so much fun chatting with you, and I can't wait to hear the new music, to see what else you're going to continue to do, because I do see the trajectory fucking inclining. And just remember, if it does ever get tough, just remember someone like me had you on their show because they believed in your shit so
All
much, dude.
right.
You know?
I'm tuning into the Mo podcast annually. We got
Hell
to
yeah.
do annual check-ins. Okay.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
here
And
for
then one
this.
day when I have a larger studio with producers, producers and shit, I'll make sure you come on. Don't worry about it, all right?
Yeah, that'd be great. Let's do that.
Hell yeah,
Thank you so
dude.
much. I've only done 2 podcasts. This is my second podcast I've ever done. Like seeing you like going out of your way to do all the research and stuff and just like looking at fun stuff and just like having like a good time with it is like really refreshing. I do really appreciate that. It was really cool.
Dude, of course. Well, thanks for giving me your time. I know it's been a busy day and I know you're traveling. You're in LA right now. So best of luck with everything you're doing with TikTok today. And I hope everything goes well. Hopefully you don't get ghosted. And if you do, fucking send their name. We'll take care of it.
I
And
got you.
lastly, just tell everyone where they can find your music, where to find you on socials, and we'll close it out.
My website is brenmusic.net. If you click on that, it literally just has everything you need. It has my Patreon, it has my actual music, which you need to go stream. It has my socials on there. It has everything, my merch that we're kind of turning into this clothing element right now. But yeah, everybody, yeah, just brenmusic.net. Click on the button that says stream oops and follow me everywhere.
Amazing. Thank you so much for your time, dude. I am so grateful for Grant for connecting us, and I can't wait to keep in touch and see what else is in store for you this year. All right.
Thank you so much. I appreciate all the love. Thank you.
You got it,
It's been
dude.
insane.
Same, dude. Take care of yourself and careful with any handstands you do later on today, all right?
Oh yeah. I'll do my best.
Hey, if you've made it this far, don't forget to follow the socials on the screen or in the description below. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel. See you next week.